Read this. Read all of it. You got 5 seconds. Got it? Oh, you missed it? Well, then you're stupid.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about the gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
Welcome to the MC Too Tall Show. I'm your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host that is never gross, MC Too Tall. We're going to talk about morality. We're going to talk about certain cultures that are inherently immoral, even by their own standards, which makes them rather hypocritical. We're going to talk about a necessary ban on the influx of, there I put in air quotes, people that come from said countries. And we're talking about beings, we're talking about life forms from countries where they think it's a great idea to open up factories where they make shoes, but will never wear shoes themselves. As you know, on Thanksgiving, a National Guard troop, Sarah Beckstrom, 20 years old, had succumbed to injuries from the afternoon before when she and another National Guard troop, Andrew Wolf, were shot at close range with a Smith & Wesson rifle operated by a fat Afghan man who doesn't belong here. Turns out the man was a CIA operative, 29 years old. I can't even pronounce the guy's name. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. But I printed it out with the picture the other day when the story broke. And so this lad was allowed into the country by Joe Biden on some Allies Welcome program or whatever. This guy was supposed to be an ally, but instead he was an Allahu Akbar screaming terrorist who actually screamed those words before pulling the trigger on these two innocent people who were innocently protecting the nation's capital. And they were protecting the nation's capital from the riffraff within. The looters, the carjackers, the rapists that are born and bred in the nation's capital. And here comes an outsider and a terrorist shooting at them. And he's from Afghanistan. And Afghanistan is one of the countries in which Donald Trump wants to put a ban. Now, you saw the Truth Social, right? You saw the Truth Social post that Donald Trump put where he speaks about Minnesota being saturated with the wrongful element and how Tim Walz and Ilhan Omar allow for it. Even citing Tim Walz, and I happen to agree with him, as severely retarded. Severely retarded. And I happen to believe that. Plus, plus I think he's of other things of incorrectness, if you follow what I'm saying. And, yeah, people like that need to be stopped because of what they are. And people from certain countries, there needs to be some kind of freeze on allowing them into this country. There has to be some kind of freeze on it. And even, dare I say, reverse migration. Trump was even talking about reverse migration on these countries, these ooga booga bone through the nose countries, and these sandal wearing countries where they make shoes but don't wear shoes, where they cry about the falsehood of poverty. Well, they just want superiority over people of a lighter skin. You know, the people that do nasty, uncivilized things, that are nasty, uncivilized people, that I get falsely labeled a racist white piece of shit who should have his face spat out for saying so. And I'm not gonna play the I got friends of this type, friends of that type card just to prove to you I'm not racist or prejudiced or this or that. I'm not gonna do that. It's either you're civilized or not civilized. And I don't want to have to go through this lecture again. It's not a matter of skin tone, religion, what you like and don't like, behind closed doors, whatever. It is a matter of whether or not you are civilized or uncivilized. This fat Afghan is obviously uncivilized. And he's pulling the trigger for an unimportant cause. Now, we got attacked because of a certain country that is really a pet project of the Rothschilds out of England. Okay, which means this should be a British problem. This should not be an American problem. And I'm sorry, but America should not be subservient to some other country and some other entity's pet project being propped up as a nation, given the label of the ancient Holy Land, if you follow what I'm saying. Oy vey, oy vey. We shouldn't be subservient. It's okay to have allies. It's okay to protect your allies. I get that. But let's not be subservient to anybody. We're America, damn it. We're supposed to be the best of the best. And by that, I don't mean a series of mixtapes that went from 1984 through 1989. And when I say best of the best, I mean that in the literal sense, as in no one better. And so, let there be no West First Street references or East First Street references. Let there be no Bay 49th Street references. Okay? We got some serious geopolitical issues to look at here. We, as regular American citizens, that go about our day to day can no longer just do that and that alone anymore. We now have to all, as regular common citizens, juggle that day to day with having to scope out the geopolitical situations throughout the world and the socio-political situations throughout the world and the scientific political situations throughout the world and mathematical and so forth. We have to look at the political scope of everything while juggling our 9 to 5s, or in some cases 12 midnight to 8 a.m. shifts, doing what we got to do to make ends meet while having a look at the grander scheme of things and what the New World Order is up to, the architects of the upcoming New World Order is up to. The conglomerate of secret societies, as I like to call it, because if you say Illuminati, somehow that takes away the validation of the argument. I don't know why, but there are idiots out there that believe that if you mention the Illuminati, it diminishes the validity of the argument. And you guys deserve a big middle finger for that one. But here we are, having to watch out for the Illuminati again. And yes, certain people shouldn't be allowed into the country. They think they're superior based on religion, based on race. They really do. And I'm sorry, but you got to call out people who think they're superior to white people as well. Yes, there are white supremacists out there. There's a small group of people drinking their beer, laid out in the back of a red pickup somewhere with heavy southern drawls somewhere. And yeah, that ideology is not very healthy. I get that. But you know what? They are overwhelmingly outnumbered by the non-white people who think they're superior to white people just based on skin tone alone. They are doing the same exact thing, only reversing the colors. And they have to be called on it because it's real. It's really happening. And they come into the country and they shoot National Guard. These are the very people that God will ultimately punish. But sometimes God assigns chosen people to carry that out. By chosen people, I don't mean people of a particular covenant that predates the birth of Jesus Christ. If you really want to know the truth, those who think there's something chosen about that went out the window after the birth of Christ, and people either accepted or didn't. And those who did accept, they became the new chosen ones. And that is truth. You could love me or hate me for it. I really don't care. It doesn't change what the truth is. Don't shoot the messenger. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to listen to my music and follow my ways. Stay strong. Keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building. Hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero. Not to mention your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host that is never, 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 never gross. MC Too Tall. You be safe out there. Be safe.